When will I get to see my wife? I've been waiting for my family petition for a whole year now. My wife is pregnant and in Jamaica. When can she come with a green card? My kid is 23 years old and he lives in Trinidad. When can I finally see my kid? I cannot wait anymore. Attorney, how long will I have to wait? Every day we hear these questions at our law firm. We are an immigration law office. My name is Marina Shepelsky, and I'm a U.S. immigration attorney and founder of the Shepelsky Law Group. We have an entire team of lawyers, paralegals, and legal professionals helping people work on their family petitions every single day. The government under Trump has really slowed things down with U.S. immigration. And we've been working against the challenges of coronavirus, against the changes in the administration. With all these new things coming up every day, we've been working on family petitions day in and day out. Our attorney, Alina Katz, for example, was able to expedite a family petition for a U.S. citizen father who filed for his son in Ukraine. But while it was, pending, the war broke out in Ukraine and his case was moved to another country. We got it approved in 1 week and forwarded to the new country. So we have a great team and we work on these cases daily. Now, the family cases are usually divided into two general categories. Number one is called immediate family visas categories. And the second group, general group, is non-immediate family categories. So I wanted to just give you guys an idea of how long each category of family visas has to wait to get a visa or a green card. So that's what I wanted to focus today's video on. So let's start with the categories explanation first. What is an immediate visa category? When the lawmakers were making all these categories, they decided that U.S. citizens who file for spouses, kids under 21, and parents are the highest priority for immediate visa categories. And there's no wait in terms of like a wait line or a queue in that category. The only time for the wait is usually just the processing times for USCIS. There's no quota. As many people as need to file and get immigrant visas or green cards inside the United States for spouses, kids under 21, and parents of U.S. citizens. If you're a green card holder for now and the last few months, you also don't have to wait in line to get your spouse or kids under 21 here. So that's right now being treated as immediate visa categories. For non-immediate visa categories, there's multiple categories, and I want to give you guys the understanding of how long the wait is in each, right? Let's start with first category, which is F1, unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. In the April visa bulletin, we see that F1, Department of State, is issuing visas for immigration, meaning to come to the United States with a green card, right? Issuing right now to people who filed family petitions for unmarried children over 21 in December 2014. That means there's about 8 years line, a line for a visa in this category to come to America as a permanent resident. That's F1 category, unmarried sons and daughters over 21 of U.S. citizens. The second category gets divided into two subcategories. So F2A, F like Frank, 2A, is spouses and kids of green card holders, and kids are under 21. So spouses and kids of green card holders right now are current, meaning there's no line. If you file, you should get processed and you should get your visa in approximately a year and a half, sometimes closer to 2 years if there's no urgency or emergency. There's no line for this visa. However, there is a line in F2B because they're working right now in F2B category for unmarried sons and daughters over 21 years old of green card holders. F2B, they're working on September 2015. Which means 7 years wait if you're a green card holder and you filed for kids over 21. They're adults already, but they're your children and they're still single, not married. If they marry, they completely lose their case because there is no such category as married children of green card holders. Green card holders cannot file for married children. Green card holders cannot file for parents. Only U.S. citizens can file for married children and for parents. We move on to the F3 category. F3 is married children of U.S. citizens, obviously over 21, married kids of U.S. citizens. That category, they're working on November 2008, which means 14 years you have to wait if you are a U.S. citizen and you file for your married children. On the other hand, the married children you filed for, they can bring their spouse and their kids under 21 with them, all in that one petition. The final category is F4. And the time in F4 is they're working right now in the F4 category, which is brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens in March of 2007. So whoever filed in March 2007, which is about 15 years, 1-5, wait, they're coming now. So that means that USCIS and then the Department of State, they're all waiting for about 15 years to approve and move this kind of case, brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, to the embassy for an interview. So it's a long wait. There's definitely a line. And these are cases that don't usually get expedited unless there's some crazy urgent humanitarian reason for expedited. But sometimes there are reasons to expedite. And our other attorney, Colleen Vitale, has been able to expedite a family petition case where a wife who is a U.S. citizen filed for her husband. He went to Israel for his interview and he was denied. We had to do a waiver because we found out, and he didn't tell us this initially, that there was a prior order of removal he had, a deportation. And we filed 2 kinds of waivers, and Colleen did this all on herself and very successfully. She got the guy to come back with a green card, finally, after being in the United States for the last 10 years. The time for the family petition and green card combo, that's between 8 months to a year and a half, depending where you live in the United States. This is just our practical observation. That also covers parents of U.S. citizens, about 8 months to a year and a half, depending where you live. What about VAWA, you will ask me? So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, whether you're a man or woman, you file the I-360 VAWA. What's the wait time? Generally from 2.5 to 3 years for VAWA, for the I-360 VAWA petition to be approved. That's about 3 years, okay, just to be on the safe side. Sometimes you have to wait an extra few months to get the green card approved on top of the VAWA. So not everybody files them at the same time, and they don't always approve everything at once. Sometimes the VAWA gets approved first, 2.5 to 3 years, and you have to wait another few months, like 6 months, for the green card. However, all this time that you're waiting for the VAWA, you'll be able to work legally and travel with advanced parole. So you're not stuck here in like illegal status. You're much better off if you're married to an abusive U.S. citizen or green card holder to file your own case through VAWA and work and travel using that status and be free. Have a safe and more or less happy life, free of abuse, okay? So that's VAWA. Asylum is a whole other ball game. Sometimes asylees, somebody who's approved for asylum, file for spouse and kids to unite with them via I-730 petition by asylee to bring their family here. That's currently taking 1.5 to 2 years in terms of waiting times. And they will have an interview in the embassy of the country where you essentially escaped from. Unless they moved somewhere else, then they can have an interview in another country. So we have attorneys who are really focused and very successful on helping people. We are all about getting successful results. It's not about just taking your case or just taking your money or waiting some time. We want to get you approved. We will work with you to get your case approved. We don't take everyone. Our team is very careful, everybody who interviews, and we have many people who do consultations here. We have 5 other lawyers, paralegals who help with this process. We don't just take anybody. We take cases that we believe have a chance to win. We don't guarantee, we just win, okay? There's no guarantees that we can provide, and be honest with you guys, because USCIS, immigration judges, they all have a say in this, right? But we can guarantee that we'll put our hardest efforts into your case because we care about our clients. So, by the way, if your case is stuck and you feel like it's way beyond these timelines that I mentioned, give us a call. At Shepelsky Law Group, we work with everybody to get your case moving and approved. Our contact information is in the video description. Thank you for watching, and thank you for paying attention to our channel, watching these videos. We try super hard to come up with topics and ideas that would interest you guys and can really help in your life, not just like some information, but actually something that can help you in your immigration journey. Thank you, and this will be the end of this video. Bye bye.